Welcome back to GammaX Trading. In this video, we're going to go over GeneratorX. So to get that on your chart, you're going to go to Strategies. You're going to find GeneratorX. You're going to click Add. Just like with AutoX bot, you're going to make sure that it's on the same account, Sim101. You're going to click Enable, Apply, and OK. We're going to do some basic settings here. One of the things that you've noticed here is we want to create some both signal and state conditions for these master signals. So what you'll do to enable that is right click and hit Indicators, go to Riptide X, enable background signals. Later, we're going to make background signals invisible so there's not so much noise on the chart, but we want to be able to see this so we know what to call it later on. So you're going to check that, hit Apply and OK, and then you'll start seeing these signals. Every time it switches, you're going to see this background switch. Bullish background switch, bearish background switch. Okay, let's get started. On Generator, we're going to start by adding our signals, what we want Generator to see in order to start the signal. So we're going to go with Signal. Just like with AutoX bot, we're going to do Bullish Shift, which is TS Buy label. We're going to add a condition. This is going to be OR, because this time I also want to take a continuation, which is called X-Wave Buy label. So this is a signal. X-Wave Buy label. So that's all I care about right now, is either a continuation or the shift signal. So you could add power shifts, you could add whatever you like really. We're going to keep it a little simple for this example. So now I want to finish off all of the master signal 1. So now I'm going to configure states. We're going to add a state. The first one we're going to call ETM. Typically there's always going to be 2, because I want ETM to be green, bullish ETM, in order to take a long signal. And in order for me to take a short signal, it would be bearish ETM. I'm going to add another state. And this is where the bullish background shift comes into play. Bullish switch. So for the long, I want the bullish, and for the short, I want bearish shift. So then we come back up here, we've got our shift or our continuation, and let's go and add a couple of AND conditions. And in order for me to take a signal, I want to see some delta nodes. So if I get a shift signal, I also want to see that there's been a delta node within either the same candle or the last 3 candles. So we'll double click it. This is called Delta Buy. So this is going to be another signal. delta by. This time we're going to enable within filters because I want within the last 3 bars on either the current bar or back there to have been some positive delta within either the continuation or the shift signal. We're going to add another AND condition. This time we're going to add the states. I want there to be a bullish ETM, so I want the ETM to be green. And we're going to add the other state. I also want the background color to be green. That bullish switch. So now to summarize it, in order for this master signal to print, we need either the TS bilabel, the shift, the X-wave bilabel, the continuation, with delta nodes within the same or previous 3 bars, and I want there to be a green ETM and a green background. The states go off of what the last print was. So in other words, if we get this shift signal and there is a red background, or the ETM is still red, that wouldn't count. We'd also need a delta node, either on or the previous 3 candles, to take this shift signal. And that's all going to be how we're going to enter in one master signal. So now, we're going to add another master signal, and we're going to do the opposite direction. The bearish shift. Or X-wave cell label. And one last signal. We want it to be a delta cell. We want a negative delta node either on or within the previous last 3 candles. Again, you'll notice it highlights green when that has been plotted on the chart within the last 100 candles and it's spelled correctly and it is not case sensitive. So here, we want to match this. Three. On either the same or previous bars. Now we're going to add some more AND conditions. We're going to add our negative states. Now we want to add in, if we're going to get a cell signal, we need a bearish ETM and we want a bearish background color. So to summarize, to get a master signal to print for the cell side, master signal 2 is its name, we need either a TS cell label, the bearish shift, or the X-wave cell label, the bearish continuation, with a delta negative node on or within the last 3 bars. We also need the ETM to be red, bearish, and we need the background color to be red, bearish, in order to take a cell signal. We can even add our exit signals doing master signal 3. Let's just say that if we're in a long and we get, say, a bearish shift or a bearish continuation. Let's try that. TS cell label. So for master signal 3, this is just our exit signal. You either want to see a TS cell label or X-wave cell label. If I spelled it correctly. Now we know we're good. So this just is going to say that for our exit condition, the master signal 3 is either going to print when either A, TS cell label, or an X-wave cell label, which is our bearish shift or a bearish continuation prints, and that's going to generate our exit signal. We can add another master signal. Let's just say our short would be a signal again. Or the X-wave bilabel. So again, master signal 4 is going to be our short exit. So if we get a bullish shift or bullish continuation, we want to get out of the short. So to save all the work that we just did, go to preset. We're going to say GeneratorX example 1. Save preset. If we want to apply this preset, we just hit apply settings. That'll turn green. Now GeneratorX is running in the background. Same thing as the templates. GeneratorX example 1 will be right here in your documents, NinjaTrader 8 and templates. Now what we would want to do with AutoX bot is we want to configure it to work with the generator now. That means we're going to do a limit order, 2-tick offset. Our long entry is going to be master signal 1. Our short entry is master signal 2. Let's go ahead and enter in with 2 contracts and then 1 contract at 30 and 40 ticks. That sounds good for our example with the 55 tick stop loss. So to take advantage of our master signal 3 and 4, we want our long exit to be master signal 3 and master signal 4. Go ahead and add some custom buttons. Let's do a lock-in of 20 ticks in case we see the market kind of start to chop around. Let's go and add our manual entry buttons. We can add a trailing button if we like, by ticks. We'll kick off with 20 and 10. We'll keep it really tight. And let's see. We can go ahead and add in a break even. You do have to have this at least at 4 ticks, by the way. So your minimum break even have to be 4 ticks for this to work. We'll go ahead and enable all the data boxes because that way we can see if the bot is in a trade currently or not. Account management. Let's go and enable $1,000 max profit. The max loss of, let's say, $750. But I don't want it to take any more than, let's just say, 7 trades. I don't want this thing going nuts. So we'll go ahead and save this new preset that works with GeneratorX. AutoX bot with GeneratorX settings, the first example. We'll save the presets. We'll apply the presets. And we'll turn automations on, shorts on and off. So now, if all of our conditions are met, it'll start printing master signals. And we know we've got it configured correctly because our long and short signals are found. Our long exit and our short exit are found. We're currently flat, and we're waiting for the signals to print. In later videos, we'll go over how to do replay data to where you can kind of get it to where the market's open, it's going to be a little more active, and these signals are going to be more prone to print more quickly so you can see what's going on.